everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a Empties video for you, and I have been collecting Empties for a very long time. I wanted to start this channel like a year and a half ago, if not longer ago than that, and so I had started collecting Empties a little bit before that because it was one of the first videos I thought that I would be comfortable doing, just kind of like doing little mini reviews on empty products, and for whatever reason I have waited until just now to do this video. So I have a ridiculous amount of empties, so I'm probably only gonna do bits and pieces of this. I don't think I'm gonna split it up into like skincare, you know, whatever. I think I'm just going to kind of grab stuff from the top and stop when I feel like this video is way too long. Before I get started though, I am going to talk a little bit about my hair. I know it is quite different than the last video you saw. I went to get the Blonde More Blonde, and I kind of left it in my stylist's hands. I just wanted to be more blonde is what I said, and this is what happened. And I have to go back Wednesday. We are gonna go, she did tone it, but when I lighten the dark part of my hair, especially my hair, my dad was a redhead when he was younger, so I have very red undertones in my dark hair. So when I lighten it, it pulls red, and it pulls orange, and it pulls all these crazy colors. So even though we did tone it, we still need to go back, and she's gonna put an ash color through it so that it's not so orange, because I know it is very orange in places and I'm not super happy with the color, mostly just up here. I don't mind the blonde, but it's all this, you know, really warm stuff going through the blonde that I'm not super happy with. So this isn't the final color, but going blonder when you are as dark haired as I am is a process, and it's never, you know, one and done first time and everything looks great. So this isn't the finished look, but this is just where I'm at right now, and I wasn't gonna stop making videos just because I'm, you know, gonna get my hair re-dyed later. So yeah, but anyways, I'm going to jump right into the Empties then. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is something that I have, like, there's like 6 of these in here because I have been collecting Empties for so long, and I go through about 2 to 3 of these a year, and that is the Mario Badescu Glycolic Acid Toner. This is something that once I started using it, I noticed a difference in my skin, and my skin generally responds well to glycolic acid. This has a pretty low concentration of it, and I've noticed that products that have a larger concentration of glycolic acid break me out a little bit, but stuff, I think this is like 2 to 3% or 3 to 4% glycolic acid, that works for my skin. Anything that's like 5 or 6% doesn't do anything more than what this does. And I find this, like, if I stop using this for a while, I notice, and when I start using it again, then like my skin calms down. So I really like this. It's relatively inexpensive for what it is. I think it's $17, and I've always really enjoyed it. So there's like a million of these and I will not pull out every single one. The next thing I want to talk about is sort of gross because I think it ended up in my shower, but it's something that, again, if I'm not using, I totally notice, and once I started using this, it like changed my skin life. So, and I've talked about it before, it's been in favorites videos. I love this. It's the Origins Checks and Balances face wash. I love this stuff. I find that even on days when I don't want to like oil cleanse or whatever before I cleanse, if I just wash my face twice with this, it gets every stitch of makeup off. It doesn't leave my face feeling super tight. It doesn't leave my face feeling really stripped. And it's just something that I have enjoyed immensely ever since I started using it. And I've gone through quite a few of these as well. Again, I won't pull every single one out, but I love this stuff. It's a holy grail item for me. It's something that, like, if they ever discontinue, I will cry a lot, and I really hope they don't. The next things I want to talk about are the Batiste dry shampoos, and I have these in the deep and dark brown, which is my favorite, especially for me. I do notice that I can't use a lot of dry shampoos because they like turn white in my hair, and I have very dark hair. Even now blonde, I would not switch to a regular dry shampoo, I would always use this one because it comes out tinted a little bit brown, so it's less noticeable in my hair, and it's also something that I can brush out a lot easier, and I love it. I love this formula. It's something that I can only use like on the last day before I wash my hair, because if I use it too many days in a row, I start to get really itchy and I don't like that. So I try not to do that, but I do love these immensely. The next thing I want to talk about, I should have talked about right after the other one, but it is the Pixi Glow Tonic. And I was highly disappointed in this. I think, yes, this is a 5% glycolic acid toner, and I found it to do nothing better than the Mario Badescu one. I actually prefer the Mario Badescu one, and partly because this is $30 and the Mario Badescu one is half the price and it does the exact same thing. I think this is just insanely overpriced for what it is. I didn't notice any difference at all that was positive when I was using this one as opposed to the Mario Badescu. So if you're looking for a glycolic acid toner, I would skip this one. If you can get Mario Badescu in wherever you live, I get mine at Ulta. If you don't have that, if you can try to order it online somewhere. But I don't think this is worth it at all. The next thing I want to talk about is a moisturizer, and it is the Josie Maran Argan Daily Moisturizer SPF 47. This is a deluxe sample size. I do have the full size. I have repurchased this. I do love this. I don't love it so much on its own, but I really love to do like a pump of this and a pump of something else, a different kind of lotion, because I do find that the consistency of this is quite sticky on its own, but if you mix it with another moisturizer, it goes on really nicely. I love that it has a high SPF, so I know that I'm protecting my skin, and it doesn't break me out. You know, it's one of those things that I can use it. There are very few items with SPF that I can use like as a moisturizer and not break out, so I do love this very much. The next thing I want to talk about is the Origins High Potency Nitamins Moisturizer. I did like this, however I hate lotions that come in a pot, jar, whatever you want to say, like this. I think it's like not hygienic and just kind of gross, and I hate that every time you open it you're exposing the moisturizer to air, which degrades the ingredients inside of it, especially any moisturizers that claim to have any anti-aging benefits or like wrinkle reducing or whatever. Those should not come in jar packaging. Those should come in a pump, an airless pump ideally, but you know, I found that it moisturized my skin pretty well. I do have a deluxe sample of this in my bathroom right now that comes in a tube that I much prefer, but I probably wouldn't repurchase this only because it comes in the jar. So my first makeup products are concealers, and these I have noticed that, well, this one, the Urban Decay Naked Skin, I used basically all of this up. You can kind of see through the bottle, and you can see that there really isn't much product left at all in here. This NARS one, however, the Radiant Creamy Concealer, I have another one, and I have taken out the stopper inside, and there was like a whole half a tube left of this. So I do not like the packaging on this for that reason, but I love this concealer, and I actually have another one coming to me because I'm almost out of that even after I have taken the stopper out. I think it's a beautiful concealer, and it goes on really nicely and blends really nicely, so I love it. I just am always going to have to be cognizant of the packaging and know that I'm going to kind of have to like mangle the packaging in order to get all the product out, but it's still a great concealer. The Naked Skin as well is a beautiful concealer, and I love it. I have repurchased it. I will continue to repurchase both of these. I think they're amazing and definitely worth it to have. The next thing I want to talk about, I have in here as an Empties, but it's definitely full because I hated it more than anything, and I don't know if I talked about this in a favorites or not. I think I made this in unfavorites before, but it is the Benefit Roller Lash. People go effing crazy for this mascara, and I hated it. Hated it. I curled my lashes, I put this on, and my lashes like immediately straightened out. And then not only that, but this like never dried. And it flaked. So when it would flake off, I would have little pieces of mascara that normally you just kind of wipe away and that's fine. But since it never dried, I would wipe away and be left with a streak of mascara across my face. And like this mascara just had like no redeeming qualities for me. I don't know. I mean, I like the wand shape. I think that the you know, thinness of this wand and the shape of the wand is great, but the formula is, I could not stand it. It was terrible. And you know, mascara is such an individual thing. It's something that I don't know if I'll ever actually review on my channel because it's so individual. There's so many people who love mascaras I hate and hate mascaras I love, and you know, it's all across the board with everyone. It's not just me and other people, you know. So you can take this with a grain of salt, but it did not work for me and I hated it. So another empty that I have a ton of is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. This is in Ash Brown, and this is my favorite dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's 11 bucks or 10 bucks, and I just find it to be super easy to use, really convenient. It's something that I can pack in my purse, and if I, like I generally do during the week, don't finish my brows before I leave the house, it's something that, like, if I'm in traffic and like stopped in traffic, I can do my brows in the car because it's just very convenient. It's easy to blend and it doesn't like make a mess. It's a pencil. So I really love these and I'll continue to repurchase them. They're great. The next thing I have is the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Concentrate. I have repurchased this and I do enjoy it. Some people claim that this like totally revitalizes their skin overnight and all that, which I don't find to be the case for me. I do find that it doesn't do anything bad for my skin. So, and I like that when I wake up in the morning, the redness in my skin is reduced quite a bit, but it's not like some miraculous where all my spots are gone and you know, all these things like some people claim it to be for them. Just doesn't work that way for my skin. It is semi-expensive for what it is, but I do enjoy it. I like putting it on. It feels really nice. I like the smell of it. You know, it's something that I don't mind putting on my skin. My next empty is the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper, I believe. I don't know. I've rubbed the little writing off of this tube. This is amazing, and this is something that I use first on my brows. I will brush this through my brows, let it dry, and then we'll go in with a pencil, and then if I'm still feeling frisky, I will go over with a different gel to hold everything in place. I don't find that this is as strong as the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow gel. It doesn't hold my brows in place the same way that that one does, but it is a great gel to use since it's tinted that you can run through your brows. The wand is really small and it helps you to not have to, can you see that? It helps you to not have to use as much pencil, which helps keep your brows looking more natural. So I do like to do that 2 to 3 step process with my brows, which some people might think is overkill, but I think just, you know, works for me. So, and I'm willing to do those steps, so it is what it is. But I have repurchased this and will continue to repurchase this. I think it's great. The next thing I have in here is a mini version of the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I like this. It's not bad. However, this guy, the Scandinavia Bridal Setting Spray, is more cost-effective per ounce, and I find the bridal setting spray to be just a little bit better than this. Scandinavia makes the Urban Decay setting sprays, so it's the same company, it's just you pay more because it now has Urban Decay on it. But I did like this size for carrying with me if I was ever going somewhere where like I was worried about my makeup lasting. This was nice to have with me to kind of refresh my makeup a little bit throughout the night. And I know that some people swear by this and love it. I just have found something that is more cost effective and works a little bit better. The next thing I want to talk about is the Cerave Skin Renewing Cream Serum. This is a retinol formula and I liked it. It was okay. I did try the one that came in the jar and it like destroyed my skin. I hated it. It was awful. I did speak about it in an unfavorites, I believe, but this one was okay. I have not repurchased it and I don't know if I will. It's something that I seem to go through really quickly and it's not inexpensive for the drugstore. I think this is like 20-25 bucks. So I would just prefer to put my money into a better product in general, even if I have to pay more for it, than paying less for a product that I'm not 100% happy with. The next thing I want to talk about is the Benefit Gimme Brow. I liked this actually a lot before I got the L'Oreal one. I really enjoyed this for the same thing. I really loved running it through my brows before I did anything else. But it is so small and this is so expensive for what it is that I would never repurchase it because it's such a waste of money when you can have something that is drugstore price that does the exact same thing and is like a quarter of the price. So yeah, I mean, it's a great product for what it is. I did love how small the wand is, which it's a pretty similar size for the actual part that you put on your brow to the L'Oreal one, I just would never, ever, ever purchase this again. It's just way too expensive for what it is. The next things I want to talk about are shampoo and conditioner, and the shampoo is the Urban Antidotes Resurrection Level 3 shampoo. I have repurchased this in both the shampoo and conditioner in the liter sizes. I love this stuff. This is the first shampoo I've ever used that when I just had shampooed my hair felt softer than when I had been conditioning it with, you know, what I had been using before. So just the shampoo itself made my hair feel more hydrated and silky than the shampoo and conditioner I was using before. And I will continue to repurchase this. It's amazing. I also love the leave-in treatment. It makes my hair feel so soft without feeling like it's just coating my hair in something. You know, my hair never feels weighed down. It never feels gross. It never feels like there's a bunch of product built up. It doesn't ever feel like it's just hair coated in oil or something. It feels like my hair, but just healthier. So I have been loving this so much. I'm actually almost out of the liters I have now, and I will need to repurchase them, but it's amazing and I love it. When I first started using these, I couldn't get the conditioner in this. It was sold out. So I tried the Urban Antidotes Recovery Level 2 conditioner, and this was okay. I definitely prefer the Level 3 conditioner more, but this was nice. It did make my hair feel moisturized, just not as moisturized as this. So this isn't bad if your hair doesn't need as much hydration as mine does. I have pretty coarse hair, and especially now that I've been lightening it, it definitely needs more moisture, but my hair is quite frizzy, so anytime I can inject moisture into my hair and make it so that it's not just sucking up all the humidity and opening, you know, the cuticle of my hair, anytime I can get products like that, I love them. Okay, I'm just going to talk about a few more things and then I'll be done. The next thing I want to talk about is the L'Occitane Almond Shower Oil. I really like this. I did repurchase a larger size. This is something I got the littler one because I wanted to see how I liked it. I do like it. I don't use it all the time because it is quite expensive for what it is, but it is nice. It's nice for like special occasion type of things when you want your skin to feel really nice and soft. It does do that. It does make your skin feel super hydrated and really nice. It is just a little bit expensive for what it is. So, and I like the smell. You know, normally I don't like almond scented stuff, but this is actually really nice. And yeah, I don't really have anything bad to say about it. And the last thing I'm going to talk about today is the Shwing liner by the Balm. I tried this when I was first really getting into buying different makeup, higher end stuff. This was one of the first higher end liners I purchased, and I didn't like it because it smudged on me quite a bit, and it took me a long time to realize that with my oily lids and watery eyes, like, I have to be very, very careful. I can't just try random, you know, eyeliners and go out about my day, you know, like I have to try them at home where nobody's gonna see me for a full day before I wear them out, because otherwise I run the risk of having eyeliner all over my face like I did with this one. So now that I have learned that, you know, I wouldn't have that problem again, but that's what I found happened with this one. I wore it, you know, to work, and then I was like, oh my god, it's everywhere. So, you know, it's just one that doesn't work for me. I need something that's more waterproof, you know, than what this is. I do like the way it applied. I did like how opaque it was and how black it was. It just didn't work for my skin. So it is what it is. Okay, and that is it for this video. I went through about half of what I had in there, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you've tried any of these things and you had a similar or different experience with them, totally let me know. I love getting you guys' feedback in the comments. It's great because I think it's so funny how connected and yet how individual we can all be with makeup. And it's something that I've been noticing as I've been posting reviews, that some people are like so heartbroken, if you can say that like I don't like products that they like. But yeah, I don't know, it's crazy. So I think it's always fun to see like what worked for people and what didn't, and how that relates to how that product worked for me. So if you guys have tried any of these things, let me know. I would love to hear about it. Other than that, I hope you're having a great day wherever you're at, and I will see you with my next video. Bye everyone!